welcome everyone. My name is Slegaitis-Smith, and if you're old hat, welcome back. If you're brand new, welcome you. Today we have a topic that is very YouTube centered. Today we're talking about some confessions of being a small YouTuber. Most YouTubers that you see out there have lots and lots of followers or subscribers rather, whatever, you know the terminology, but there is a large number of YouTubers out there who are small YouTubers. For my purposes, I'm gonna say anyone who has anything under 1,000 is a small YouTuber, just because of the fact that there are certain milestones you have to hit in order to unlock certain features as a creator, and one of them is being at 1,000 subscribers. As I'm making this video, I am definitely a very small YouTuber. I only have 28 subscribers, and I love every single one of you. Thank you so much for being here with me on this journey. But there are definitely some things that are different about being a smaller YouTuber versus being a larger YouTuber. And so if you are someone who is interested in creating a YouTube channel, regardless of what that content might be, I'm hoping that this video discussion will give you some things to think about, things to ponder, maybe some things to fun. We will see how it goes. So the first thing that I'm going to mention when it comes to having this smaller audience is concerned, if you are growth minded, where your goal is to become a bigger YouTuber, then it can feel very slow, especially when people find out you have a YouTube channel who you know personally and they want to check in with you on it. One of the most common questions that I receive is, why don't you have more subscribers yet? And my answer to that is because you can't force anybody to subscribe to you. And any of those YouTube tutorials out there, and you can find them, about how to get a YouTube channel started, will tell you that it's not going to explode instantly unless you have something random that ends up going for you, where you manage to hit a viral trend or something like that, which is something you can't predict. So other than that, growth is slow, because they will also tell you that the number of people who come and watch your videos is much greater than the number of people who subscribe. I think it's around 10%, if I'm remembering the number correctly, of people who watch your videos will actually be subscribing to your video while watching it. And so that is a pretty low number, especially if the number of people who are coming to see you is low, because then that starts putting you into decimal points, and people aren't decimal points. So the number of whole people subscribing to you out of that decimal is even smaller. And I know my math is not accurate there. It was never my strong suit. But regardless, it means that you're going to be small for a very long time. And there are certain things that you can do to help make yourself bigger, or help you get more subscribers, more noticing, but it makes it very difficult for you to have a life, because YouTube is a form of social media, and every form of social media has one purpose, and that is to keep you on that form of social media as long as humanly possible, so that you are consuming content constantly. What that means for you as a creator is that not only do you have to spend that certain amount of time on whatever that social media platform is just as a consumer, but you also need to do your creator side of it. And so when you are a small channel trying to grow, that means that you're having to put in a lot of time that is just not realistic, because most platforms want you to spend a minimum of 30 minutes per day on that platform, and that's on the small side. A lot of them, actually, their algorithms work towards you spending even more time as just a consumer. So for being a creator, one of the things that you get told up and down and sideways is that you have to make a ton of content when you're just starting out. On YouTube, some people say that you either have to make one video a day or one video 3 times a week. It's a little bit varied, especially because algorithms change all the time, so not all information will be accurate forever, which is another thing. But that amount of time is not realistic unless you are actually making a career out of YouTube. And what that means is you don't have another career going on, so that you can actually dedicate the time that you need to in order to sit down and plan your videos, to record your videos, to edit your videos, and then put them up. Especially because a lot of these things you can pay other people to do, but that supposes that you have some sort of income to work with from the start. So, growth can be very difficult as a small YouTuber, especially because of the fact that you need to spend a ridiculous amount of time on a platform in order to grow in that platform. So, that is one of the reasons why I and many other smaller YouTubers still have small followings, because we don't have the time to put in to that platform what it wants us to in order to push our content so the more people see it. So we have to rely on the likes, the shares, and the subscriptions coming into our channel, which are usually very few because we have our very small community. What is good about this, though, is that that small community is going to be more dedicated than having a large community, because at the beginning in particular, people are only there because they like you, not because you're popular. And so being there for people is a really amazing part of being a smaller YouTuber. You can actually enter into conversations with people who are leaving you comments. Like every single person who leaves you a comment, you can interact with them. When you get to be a bigger YouTuber, that kind of goes out the window, because once you start getting like thousands of comments, like you can't respond to every single one of those. Otherwise, like that alone would be your day job, not even making the content. So that is a definite upside to being a small YouTuber versus a larger one. Which leads me to the next topic, which is community involvement. Whether you're a small YouTuber or a large YouTuber, you really want to have that community involvement. But what that looks like is a little bit different when you are small versus when you are large. One of the things that I look forward to about getting more subscribers is the fact that it's easier to get more people to communicate with you. Like, I have a bunch of ideas for stuff that I want to do for the channel, but I also want to have feedback on from my community as far as whether that's something that they want to watch. Right now, some of my most dedicated subscribers are my students who found my YouTube channel, which is fantastic, and I love you guys. But they also have different interests than what my initial reason for starting this YouTube channel is. My reason for starting this YouTube channel is for my writer platform, trying to get my words out into the world in whatever way I may find available. So that when I finally get my book published, because that will happen someday soon-ish, it's relative as far as publishing is concerned, but it will happen. People know that I'm alive so that they will actually go out and buy the book, and hopefully I'm helping some people along the way. However, my fourth graders would prefer that I turn this into a Let's Play channel. Like those few video game videos that I've done so far, like that is their favorite thing, because that's what they're into. And I'm really into that too, and I love that. But is that the right thing for what I am trying to do? This is where having some community feedback would be excellent, because who knows, maybe I have a bunch of writer readers out there that would really love me to just dive into video game analysis. But putting out a poll, I can't do that because I don't have enough subscribers. Putting it on my community discussion tab, I can do, but not a lot of people are going to be looking there, because right now it would have to be a purposeful looking because I'm small. If I ask in a video, I can, but the amount of people who are commenting on my videos right now is so low that it's unlikely that I'm going to get the kind of feedback that I'm looking for. So I kind of just get to stab in the dark and just try a bunch of different things and see what sticks, which also is kind of an upside. When you are smaller, when you are just taking random stabs in the dark, you do have a lack of consistency in what type of video you are making, but it helps you see what kind of audience you can really pull in for the types of things that you are trying to do. For instance, right now I've done a lot of these talking head type videos where you're just sitting in front of the camera and you're talking to it. That's why it's called talking head, because you got the head, it's talking. Anyway, so there's that type of video, but is that really the best type? Then I have my video game videos that I've been doing, and I have other types of videos that I'm trying out as well coming up here, I hope. And so I get to try all these different things, and I get to see what people really like and what sticks, because as much as I'm doing this for me, I am doing it for the community as well, because my bottom line goal is to help people as well in whatever capacity that turns out to be. That's kind of my mission statement for my writing in general, as well as for this channel. I want people to feel helped in some way, even if it's just giving someone a smile at the end of the day. So making this small YouTubers video, in this particular case, my goal for it is to help people who are looking into getting into YouTube and wondering what it's like when you're still in the beginning parts of it. And I also am hoping that people will find some encouragement from this video while I'm talking about the upsides and the downsides of being a small YouTuber. And maybe somebody will be inspired to start their own channel by getting some honest appraisals from someone who is not a YouTube guru. Because now that is a thing. There's YouTube gurus out there. So if you are looking to start a channel, you definitely have a lot of resources. So that's the bright side for just getting started. There are so many people out there who can tell you so much about what it's like to start a YouTube channel and how you can start a YouTube channel and things that you should do. A lot of it is just very time consuming. It all comes down to time. And that is the same for any investment that you're doing. And YouTube is an investment, sometimes financially, but definitely in the time category when it comes to planning the videos, because you do need to plan them, script writing, if that works for you. Not everybody likes script writing. Filming the videos, and also editing the videos, because unless you can pay out to do any of those things, you're doing it all yourself. You just gotta learn how to do it all yourself. And that can be fun, but also time consuming. It's all time commitment. And so that is one of the things that you really have to consider when you're getting into it. So I'm going to end this video on encouragements. I know I could have talked about a lot more different topics as far as it is concerned for being a small YouTuber. First, I will say the best ways that you can help a small YouTuber out is by liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing on their channel. I'm not going to necessarily ask that you do that for me today, but those things do help smaller channels because algorithms are a thing. And that is how YouTube decides that this is content that somebody wants to see. And so that is super important for helping smaller YouTubers to grow. So if you see a small YouTuber that you really like and you want them to have the opportunity to grow, do one or all of those things and it will help them out. It may not give them a huge boost right in the start, but it will help eventually because every little bit does end up counting to an extent. So that is how you can help smaller YouTubers. If you are a smaller YouTuber, or if you're considering starting a YouTube channel, and that means you will be a small YouTuber at least for a little while, here's some encouragement for you. You get to learn a lot about yourself and a lot about other people when you are a small YouTuber. It is an excellent time for you to stretch and to grow yourself, and that can be a wonderful and amazing thing. So do it. It may be difficult for you to come up with ideas at first, but there are so many different resources out there, and a lot of people are just looking to help you. There are a lot of positive YouTube communities, regardless of what side of YouTube you are on. And so that is a wonderful resource, and you can make some really great relationships that way. So go ahead and do it. Another really big encouragement that I could give you, and this will be the last one, is it can be fun. It's a lot of hard work, yes, but it can be a lot of fun creating these videos, trying out new things, and then building a community that like loves and supports each other online. There really is very few things out there like this. I mean, there's starting to be more things because the times they change, but being able to build your own community, being able to foster this positive environment, deciding what that environment looks like for you, it can be so fun and so rewarding. So even though you have a small number and everybody cares about numbers so much nowadays, try to care about your number a little bit less and just enjoy the journey that you are on and the content you are creating. And that's what's going to really help you. That's what's going to pull you through. That's what I'm hoping is going to pull me through. So without any further ado, bottom line for this video, being small will last a while, but there are some great benefits to being small while you are small. Just don't get discouraged by the things that are harder during that time when you are small. That time will come when you are bigger, and enjoy it while it lasts. It's all part of the journey. That's all I have for you today. Be encouraged. Have a great one until the next one. See you for now.